Imagine a vibrant college town, alive with the laughter of students, the glow of streetlights, and the promise of a carefree night. Now imagine one young woman stepping into the darkness never to return. On September 13th, 2014, in Charlottesville, Virginia, 18-year-old Hannah Graham vanished without a trace. Her disappearance would unravel a chilling mystery, exposing a predator who had evaded justice for years. How did a routine night out turn into a nightmare? And what secrets would surveillance cameras and forensic science reveal? Stay with us as we uncover the haunting true story of Hannah Graham's final hours. Hannah Elizabeth Graham, born February 25, 1996, in Reading, England, was a bright light in every room she entered. Her family moved to Virginia when she was young, and by 2014, the 18-year-old was a sophomore at the University of Virginia, studying global public health. A talented softball player, saxophone player, and member of the ski club, Hannah was known for her infectious smile and boundless energy. Her friends described her as loyal, compassionate, and always ready for an adventure. On the evening of September 12, 2014, Hannah was in high spirits. She joined friends for dinner at a local restaurant before heading to a house party near campus. By 11 p.m., she was seen at the downtown mall, a lively hub of bars and restaurants in Charlottesville. Surveillance footage captured her at multiple locations, including a Shell gas station and McGrady's Irish pub, where she appeared to be enjoying the night. But around 1 a.m. on September 13th, cameras showed Hannah walking alone near 4th Street, visibly disoriented. At 1:20 a.m., she sent a text to friends, "I'm lost, trying to find the party." A witness later reported seeing her near the mall, rejecting an offer for a ride, saying, "I'm not getting in the car with you." Who was this man? And what happened next? When Hannah didn't return home or respond to calls, her friends grew alarmed. On September 14th, 2014, they contacted the Charlottesville Police Department, and a missing person investigation was launched. Chief Timothy Longo, a seasoned officer with a reputation for tenacity, took charge. "We knew time was critical," he later said. "Every hour mattered." Police scoured surveillance footage from the downtown mall, piecing together Hannah's movements. Cameras showed her at 1 a.m. outside Tempo Restaurant, walking with a man later identified as Jesse Leroy Matthew Jr., a 32-year-old patient transport technician at the University of Virginia Medical Center. Matthew, a former taxi driver and aspiring rapper, was known in the community, but had a troubling past. Witnesses reported seeing him with Hannah, his arm around her, as they left the restaurant. On September 15th, police released the footage to the public, sparking tips from residents. One woman recalled Matthew acting aggressively at a bar that night, groping her and making unwanted advances. On September 20th, police named Matthew a person of interest. That same day, he arrived at the police station with relatives but fled in his orange Chrysler coupe, speeding erratically. A warrant for reckless driving was issued, and the search for Hannah intensified. Over 1,000 volunteers joined organized searches, combing forests, fields, and rural properties across Albemarle County. As the investigation deepened, Jesse Matthews' history came under scrutiny. Born in 1982, Matthew had been a standout football player in high school, but faced allegations of sexual misconduct at 2 colleges. In 2002, at Liberty University, a woman accused him of rape, but he left the school before charges were filed. In 2003, at Christopher Newport University, another assault allegation surfaced, again without charges. These incidents painted a pattern of predatory behavior, but Matthew had slipped through the cracks. On September 22, 2014, police searched Matthew's apartment on Hessen Hills Way, seizing clothing, including a pair of pants later found to have traces of Hannah's DNA. On September 23rd, authorities charged him with abduction with intent to defile, a felony that allowed them to collect his DNA. The next day, September 24, a tip from 2,500 miles away broke the case open. A woman in Galveston County, Texas, spotted Matthew camping on a beach and recognized him from news reports. Local police arrested him that day, ending a tense manhunt. But the investigation was far from over. Forensic analysts made a stunning discovery. Matthew's DNA matched evidence from the 2009 murder of Morgan Dana Harrington, a 20-year-old Virginia Tech student who vanished after a Metallica concert in Charlottesville on October 17, 2009. Her remains were found in January 2010 on a remote farm in Albemarle County. A dog hair on Harrington's shirt, identified as belonging to Matthew's dog, Popcorn, sealed the connection. On October 18, 2014, 5 weeks after Hannah's disappearance, a volunteer searcher made a heartbreaking discovery. Behind an unoccupied home on Old Lynchburg Road, 12 miles from the downtown mall, skeletal remains were found in a dry creek bed. Virginia's chief medical examiner confirmed they belonged to Hannah Graham, devastating her family and the tight-knit Charlottesville community. The cause of death was undetermined due to the condition of the remains, but the evidence pointed to foul play. Investigators uncovered more about Matthew's actions that night. Witnesses at the downtown mall reported him targeting women, making inappropriate comments, and touching them without consent. Colleagues at the UVA Medical Center noted his strange behavior after Hannah's disappearance. He appeared withdrawn, with a swollen jaw, as if he'd been in a scuffle. On February 10, 2015, Albemarle County Prosecutor Denise Lunsford announced first-degree murder charges against Matthew for Hannah's death, alongside the abduction charge. The case was now linked to a serial offender whose crimes spanned nearly a decade. On October 2, 2015, Jesse Matthew Jr. pleaded guilty to a 2005 rape in Fairfax, Virginia, receiving 3 life sentences. On March 2, 2016, he entered an Alford plea in the murders of Hannah Graham and Morgan Harrington, acknowledging the evidence against him without admitting guilt. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms for the abduction and murder of both women, ensuring he would never walk free. Matthew, now 43, is incarcerated at Red Onion State Prison in Virginia, a maximum security facility. At the sentencing, Hannah's mother, Sue Graham, delivered a powerful statement. Hannah is a heroine. Her death helped capture a serial rapist and murderer hiding in plain sight. Morgan Harrington's parents, Gil and Dan, channeled their grief into action, founding Help Save the Next Girl, a nonprofit dedicated to preventing abductions and educating young women about safety. The University of Virginia established a memorial garden for Hannah, and her former softball team holds an annual Hannah Graham Memorial Tournament. The World Bank, where her father, John Graham, worked, created the Hannah Graham Award to combat gender-based violence globally. The murders of Hannah Graham and Morgan Harrington left an indelible mark on Charlottesville, a reminder that danger can lurk in the most familiar places. Through tireless police work, cutting-edge forensics, and a community's resolve, a serial predator was stopped. But for the families of Hannah and Morgan, the pain of loss is eternal. Their daughters' legacies live on in memorials, advocacy, and a call to protect the next girl. As we walk through our own towns, let their stories remind us to stay vigilant and to honor those we've lost. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you found this interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more true crime content. You can also click on one of the videos on screen right now to keep watching. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.